We're live.
Woo!
Woo!
We're
Hi.
actually starting on time.
Welcome everyone to another quarantine live edition, I guess. We're still locked down here in Canada. Fun
Yep.
times. So today, my good friend Matthew is here with us again to discuss his number one favorite artist, Crystal K, whose new cover album has just come out, I Sing. And after we're finished discussing that, we are going to do a discussion review of CK10, her live tour, which is from like 2009.
Yep.
Right. So that is actually up on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it. So Matthew, how are you doing tonight?
I am jubilant, as you can tell. I am
Yeah.
I've been bouncing off the walls for the last hour at least. Just
Yeah.
so excited. I've been active on Twitter and Instagram promoting the stream tonight, and now we're here. The wait was torture, but oh my god.
But it's worth it.
Absolutely worth it. This is going to be so much fun. I showed you a copy of my notes. You know how long they are. This is going
Yeah.
to be fun.
We shall try to keep it under 4 hours this time, though.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I think it helps that we're starting on time
It does, yeah.
as opposed to troubleshooting things for 30 minutes trying to get
Yes.
this worked out. So,
yeah, so we've been DMing a lot back and forth constantly
yeah.
about Crystal and leading up to this. So I'm gonna let you talk and have your geek moment. But I don't want anyone to misinterpret that and think that I'm not a fan. I am a really big fan of Crystal K, but I'm just not as big of a fan as Matthew is. Or he's much more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna chime in when I have thoughts, but yeah. A few of our friends are here already, so just wanted to give them
a
shout out for coming here right away. Tammy, welcome. Ty, welcome. Happy to see you. And Unholy Triforce, thank you guys so much for coming.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. This is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you're able to stay for the whole time, but yeah, great to have you guys here.
Yeah. So I did tell you in our private conversation that I had a surprise for you for the start of the stream.
I have been, oh God, I've been trying to figure this out for the last 3 days since you told me.
Yeah.
I've had, a few ideas, but I'm nothing concrete. So this has really been driving me up the wall.
A couple more viewers just showed up. So hello, Purin17 2003.
And BW is back.
Yeah,
our old friend from last time. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. They said, glad you're checking out Crystal's concerts, Hikkipedia. Yeah, CK10 is my first Crystal concert.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was. I was not sure if it was. Was this your first time watching it, too?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I can't wait. This is going to be so good.
I'd seen some live clips of her here and there, of course, but I'd never actually had sat down and watched the whole tour or any tour of hers.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have the Vivid tour somewhere over here. I'm not going to pull it out or else everything would topple down on me. But
yeah, I would love to see that one too, since I love that album.
Yeah, if we ever meet up and just hang at each other's houses, I'll bring that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And we can watch it.
that album is how we met.
Absolutely, that was the first video of yours I ever watched. Little 15-year-old baby J-pop fan me.
Yeah, I was already an old hag at that point.
Yeah, I think you were 25. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I started late in the YouTubes.
Yeah. Trying to keep my notes from fading out here.
Oh, sorry. Well, you could You can pull them up after because I'm gonna surprise you now.
Oh,
So
God. Okay, should I close my eyes? What should I be doing here?
no, it's not really visual, so I'll just tell you. So I called you the #1 Crystal K fan in the world.
Yes.
And now I thought it'd be fun.
Oh,
Just because
God.
I've been into playing games lately and stuff, but if I just threw some Crystal K trivia at you
Okay.
to test your knowledge, and I tried to pick out questions that weren't related to what we're going to talk about in the live, so you can't cheat and look at your notes.
Yeah, never cheated before, and I will not look at my notes. Phone is off. You can see that? Phone is off.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So I have 10 questions here.
Okay.
10 trivia questions. I pulled all of these off Wikipedia because I'm hikkipedia. They're off Crystal K's page. Okay.
Good thing I've read that page about, I don't even know, 100 times maybe?
Okay, well, we're going to test I know you have very good memory, so we're going to test that right now. Okay. So, question number 1. Crystal was born on what day in February?
February 26th, 1986.
You're correct, yeah. She is 1 year older than me. She was born in what city?
Yokohama, or it's also called Yokosuka at points, I think, at some points.
Yokohama is correct.
Yeah.
What year did her debut single come out?
1999, Eternal Memories.
You're correct.
Produced by Yoko Kanno.
Perfect. I had what the title was as another question, but I deleted it because I thought that was too obvious. Which album debuted at #1 on Oricon?
All Yours, 2007.
Correct. 4 for 4. Question number 5. What superstar is best friends with Crystal?
Depends on your definition of superstar. She is closest to Boa and Benny.
I wrote Boa as the answer. So yeah. I've seen them together more often than Benny, but
yeah. That's mentioned. It's mentioned on her Wikipedia page that she's good friends with both Boa and Benny.
Okay. So. Crystal K's mom's username on Instagram is?
Oh God. The Real Benjamin Button, I think.
You're correct.
Yes.
So she spelled the THA, like gangsta the.
Yeah.
Question number 7. The album Almost 17 debuted at #2 on Oricon. Which artist stole the #1 spot?
Oh God, that's the one question I might not be able to answer because I don't look at the charts very often, especially dating back that far. Okay.
It is on the Wikipedia page.
Oh God.
Do you want a hint?
Sure. Give me a hint on this one.
It is another solo female artist.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Who released albums back in? No, wouldn't be Angela Aki. She didn't debut until 2005. I'm gonna say maybe Kodakumi, perhaps.
And first, the wrong answer.
All right.
It was Mai Kuraki.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I've never really listened to Mai Kuraki. I've heard of her before, but I've never really listened to her stuff. So she's not someone that I would like immediately think of in terms of. I know she was releasing music around that time, but not like I didn't know she was that popular.
Yeah, I think that year she was really popping off. I forget which album it was. It might have been Perfect Crime, but
that's the one you own, right?
Yeah.
Perfect Crime.
It's such a good 90s J-pop album. Okay, so number 8. Crystal's greatest selling single is what?
Koi ni Ochitara.
Correct. Question 9. The 2008 single that served as a Pokemon theme song was called
One.
What? Correct. Last question. What song was produced by Yasutaka Nakata that was featured on the 4-track bonus included in Best of Crystal K Limited Edition?
Oh God, it's either I think Step by Step or Over and Over.
Step by Step is correct. That's it.
Excellent.
Yeah. You got a passing grade, so you got a 90%.
Yeah. And the only reason I didn't get 10 out of 10 is because I'm not really a fan of my Kiraki, so I'm okay with that.
Yep. I'm proud of myself for like tripping you up on one question.
You should be. That's not easy to do.
Okay, so shall we jump right into I Sing?
Absolutely. And we did talk a lot about this in our last stream. Here is the album. It's in our hands. Yay. I'm trying to keep this in frame. It's so difficult.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you've got yours in there. My CD is still in the player.
Oh yeah.
I've been listening to it, but yeah. So because we talked so much about this in our last live stream that we did, if you haven't checked that out, I'm sure Emily will be able to link that in the description section or something if you want to. It's got almost 300 views on YouTube, which yay!
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome. So because we spent so much time talking about the album itself and dream track list and yada yada yada, I've written down exactly 4 questions that will hopefully give us enough time to really get our feelings on about the album, but not take ages and ages and ages. So I'm gonna pose the first question to you. What was your first impression of the album when you heard it? Like all the way through, first impression, just right off the bat.
Well, of course, Crystal's voice was very impressive. Right off the bat, I got that ASMR like scalp tingle as soon as I press play, which I get from her voice a lot. And
yeah, best voice in Japan, hands down.
Yeah, not
hands
even Japan,
down.
like almost
one of the best voices
right
in the world. Absolutely.
The song choice was more diverse than I expected, like what she ended up doing instrumentally. It's still ballad heavy, but there's also some like holiday songs, a couple of mid-tempo songs, and even a like Latin dance theme song.
Yeah, I think that's track number 10, and that's the one I was telling you when I was listening to the album for the first time, that track 10 just started and it scared the living crap out of me.
It scared you?
I was like because you gotta think, I was literally in the zone listening to like 6 straight ballads from Tada Aita Kute to Suki or whatever track 9 was, and then all of a sudden this like Latin flavored song starts playing. I'm like, what? What? I'm like, oh my god, okay.
You got some congratulations in the chat, by the way, for winning a trivia.
Yeah, BW is saying, I forgot all about my Kiraki. Same. Sorry, maybe I'll have to start listening to you in the future, but yeah. Thank you, Unholy Triforce. Woo! Nice job. Thank you. Yeah. So I interrupted.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, BW didn't hear the album. If you want, you could go put it on Spotify right now and listen to it in the background while we like talk about it in real time.
Yeah. Recommend doing that. It is amazing. 0 skips. Which I suppose that kind of spoils my thing, but whatever. It's amazing. Go listen to it, and we'll be here talking about it in the background for you.
Yeah.
So anything further as far as first impressions go besides the voice and the unexpected diversity of the album?
Nope. I'm ready to move on.
All right. So my first impressions of the album. I have here. And this should come as no surprise to absolutely anyone who knows how big of a Crystal K fan I am. I was basically a squealing, screaming, crying mess the first time from those first notes of Kaede through to the final up-tempo version of I Love, I'm just like bawling my eyes out. Like, oh my god. Uh, like I had been waiting 3 years, and it was just so much adrenaline and emotion and excitement for the album, and I actually had to re-listen to it several times on repeat
Hmm.
after that initial listen to kind of just let each of the songs sink in
Hmm.
and really kind of uh, digest them, as it were. So that was my first impression, but I doubt that comes as a surprise to absolutely anyone
Hmm.
who knows me. Question number 2. What do you think of the album now that you've had a chance to listen to it for a while?
Um, I thought Crystal really used the opportunity to show off her voice, even though they're covers. Like she still is, um, like running through all of her range and
Mm-hmm.
doing little vocal solos and ad libs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, I appreciated that. I like we talked about in the last video. I didn't really know most of the songs. I only knew one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, that it kind of made it feel like an original album in that way.
I have the exact same thing in my notes, honestly.
Oh yeah.
that it
Um,
does feel like an original album.
and I think because of it's a cover album that there's no filler tracks, like you said, like it's all songs that she picked that she really wanted to do.
Yeah,
So it's a no skip album for me either.
absolutely, absolutely. Uh,
And oh, sorry, I just have one last point that
oh, go ahead. Yep,
I actually thought it was better than her last two studio albums, personally.
agreed. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there are songs that I really like on both Shine and For You.
Hmm.
This is head and tails above both of those combined, which makes me really sad that, like Vivid, this is almost destined not to sell as it should.
Yeah.
Oh god. So my full thoughts on what I think of the album now, again to the absolute surprise of no one who knows me as the biggest Crystal K fan on the entire planet. I absolutely love the album. I think it's
Hmm.
a beautiful addition to her discography, and while it doesn't have the track list that either of us were really hoping for, we were so wrong. Oh my
Yeah.
god, we were so wrong. I thought that Crystal really put her own unique spin on each of the songs, and she was also. I thought it was a very respectful album. She was still able to do her own thing with these songs, but she also was. Uh, she also recognized that these are, pretty beloved songs in some circumstances.
Hmm.
Uh, she was very respectful of the original artists and some of the original arrangements and all of that. So that I count as a win. And like I said, agreeing with you, it feels like a brand new album instead of a cover album, which I really like.
Hmm.
Maybe that's perhaps in part due to the fact that I only knew like one song
Yeah.
going into the album, and the only reason I didn't say I knew Nanda Monaya was in our last stream was that I didn't know that was the actual title of the song. But once I actually heard it on the album, I'm like, oh, this is the song from Your Name. Yes. Like, I love
Oh,
this one.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only one that I knew pretty much going into it that I had heard. So maybe that's why it feels more like a brand new album to me. But yeah. So now we're getting to the point where you were telling me you had a tough time deciding this one.
Hmm.
Uh, Favorite and least favorite tracks.
Yeah, we might get in a fight over these.
Oh God. Okay,
You want me to go first?
go ahead.
Okay, so I haven't listened to the album as much as you have, but so far the song that gets stuck in my head the most is "I Love."
Mm-hmm. Wait, ballad version or up tempo?
The ballad version, but I really like the up tempo as well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a nice addition. And then actually, I wasn't expecting, but the Latin track we were just talking about, Saudade. I looked up how to say it, but I probably still butchered it.
I pronounce it like Saudade or something. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah, I believe it's Portuguese, but I also really like Suki, which when I first listened to it, I wasn't sure if I was gonna really vibe with it. And then another like honorable mention was Hitomi o Tojite.
The Ken Hirai cover. Nice.
Yeah, I just really like the how she used the harp instrumentals in that. And yeah, her voice is beautiful in all of them.
Yeah. Also, let's just clear this up. Crystal K sang that song a million times better than Ken Hirai ever has or ever will.
I wonder if he listened to the cover and was just like, God damn it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because he's probably like, this girl used to do a backing vocal for me, and now she's singing my song, my famous song.
Yeah.
And she's doing it better than I ever could.
I need to listen to the original just to like have a laugh about it. I don't know.
Oh God. Like Ken Hirai is honestly one of the few artists in Japan that I just can't listen to.
Yeah.
And not for lack of trying. I cannot stand his voice.
I know his voice. Yeah. Anyway, so my least favorite was actually Uta Utai no Ballad.
Okay, yes, we are getting into a fight because that is my favorite song on the album.
When you were saying that, I was like, oh
no. Okay, enlighten me though. Why?
I just find the song boring. It's a little generic sounding.
I could make the case for that if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's like physically hurting you to say that.
My thing with Utatai no Ballad, Utatai no Ballad was it reminded me a lot of the more atmospheric songs off of her first, second, and third albums. It had that kind of very like gentle, kind of ethereal, kind of calming instrumental, and I love those types of songs, especially when Crystal sings them because she does amazing at them. And then like her voice, my God, I say this every time, and I've said it even in this stream. Best voice in Japan, one of the best voices in the world, can literally sing absolutely anything, and I will love it. So
yeah, her voice is incredible, and she just slays on the ballads, especially.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of people aren't gonna like this album, or the people who I've seen who haven't liked this album have been people asking for like an All Yours or a Call Me Miss or a Vivid 2.0. And I think what they're forgetting for the most part is that those kinds of albums would not really sell in the current Japanese music market. It pains me to say that because All Yours and Vivid and Call Me Miss are like my 3 favorite Crystal K albums. Vivid's number 1, All Yours is number 2, and Call Me Miss is number 3. So it pains me to say that as a fan and as a fan of R&B music just generally, but this is the kind of music that sells in Japan right now, and as much as I would love for Crystal to take a bit more maybe creative control and just kind of do the R&B thing and not have to worry about that, she does. She has to worry about the sales. She has to worry about the optics and what the people in Japan want to hear. So
Japan freaking loves a ballad, so she really leaned into that in this, and it really worked out. I think if another artist, like, even though I like some of Kotokumi's ballads, or if like Utada put out this album, I would be skipping like half the songs on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the kind of album that only someone like Crystal K could do
Yeah.
and pull off well.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's just beautiful from start to finish. I am just about in love with every track. I don't really have any least favorites, but my favorites, like I said, Utatai no Ballad. I also really liked Shiroi Koibito Tachi,
Mm-hmm.
which is the second to last track. I thought that was like very sonically interesting,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you compare it to how the album started with Kaede, and they kind of gave me the same kind of vibe.
That's true, yeah.
I really liked that. The I Love ballad version is one of the best ballads she's ever done.
It's
It is
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. And then, like you said, Suki was another one I really liked. I was glad to see that on here because it's like one song with like a female vocalist. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
And then I also really liked her interpretation of Nandamo Naya, like I said, like I was mentioning earlier. And I have an honorable mention going to One More Time, One More Chance as well. I really liked that one as well. It was kind of it was a struggle to pick the top five. I was going back and forth at number 5 between Nandamo Naya and One More Time, One More Chance, but because I love Your Name so much, that's like an amazing movie. I'm like, yeah, I have to put this at number 5 instead of the other one. So
One More Time, One More Chance is my second least favorite.
oh my god. For some of the same reasons, I'm assuming. You just found it boring?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured as much. I know you.
I'm glad we were doing this over a video so you can't just like scratch my eyes.
I would never do that. Let's be very clear. I would never do that anyway, but
I'm just joking. J-Pop Hags is in the chat. Hello and welcome.
I think that's the person who said they were going to try and stay up till 1 a.m. just to catch us in action.
Oh, yeah.
On Twitter. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, hanging in there.
We're glad you could make it.
They said, whilst I would have loved her to cover female artists, covering male artists really worked in her favor, and she did such a better job than the originals, TBF.
I think that means I think that's supposed to be an H, but yes.
I think TBF is to be frank.
Oh, to be frank. Okay.
To be frank.
Never really heard that one.
I think they're European, so.
I see.
Have like a British way of speaking.
Yeah. Well, one of my best friends is from England, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's from Portsmouth.
My grandma's family also.
Nice. Anyways, last question that we have here before we get into the actual tour notes and the review of the tour. What do you hope for / expect from Crystal's next studio album?
I said I hope she continues the sounds from this album where it was really epic and sweeping ballads, but with charming mid-tempos mixed in, with no notions of chasing after like EDM or anything that are kind of like quick to come and go trends in music. Yeah.
To be fair though, I've said it now twice in the stream. She can sing anything and sound amazing at it, but I don't want her trend chasing. I agree with you. She needs to stick with what she does well. She needs to stick, and she doesn't need to do like the reggae stuff. She doesn't need to do EDM or anything like that. Just be Crystal, and I can only speak for myself, but I will love everything. So
I feel so fucking stupid because J-Pop Hags just posted in the chat, TBF is to be fair.
Well, to
Thank
be
you.
fair, I didn't pick up on that either. So we're both feeling pretty stupid right now, I would
I don't
say.
know kids lingo these days. I'm a
And
hang.
yeah, Unholy Triforce is saying I'm actually seriously in love with CK's voice, and it's all your fault, Matthew, because you got me into her music. But I don't blame you. I thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Everyone needs to know Crystal. She needs to
Hmm.
be in every country, in on every chart. Like yes. They're now saying to be fabulous with a with a laughing emoji. Yes, honey. So as for what I hope for and expect from her next album,
Hmm.
what I hope for is that she can find some way to mix her earlier works that, a lot of the maybe I don't want to say casual fans, but you know what I mean. That's the only
Hmm.
kind of wording that's coming to mind that would be even close to it.
Hmm.
To what I'm actually trying to describe. Not calling everyone who likes those album casual fans, by the way.
Hmm.
So don't come for me. But yeah. Uh, I think a lot of the people who are just really into her R&B stuff, if she can find some way to mix that kind of like older R&B and atmospheric stuff with a lot of the scale and grandiosity and the beautiful mid tempos, like you said, then that would be the perfect album for her,
Yeah.
without question. Uh, I do expect that we are going to get uh, albums that are a little bit on the safer side, though,
Yeah.
uh, as
That's what
opposed to
that's what I expect also, but it's not what I
hmm
want.
yeah, and that's what made this question so hard for me to answer because what I want and what I expect are
Hmm.
two very different things.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on that. Do you have anything that you would like to add to our discussion of the album before we move into the tour?
Um, just that I really liked it. I'm really happy Crystal finally put a cover album out because I know like the fans have been bugging her for so long for one, and she
And
acknowledged that.
I've been one of them.
Yeah.
I
um,
mean, she waited 21 years, but my God, did she come correct? Oh my God.
yeah.
I
Whoever
think
she,
this is her best album since probably college. Since Vivid.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I would agree. Hmm.
hmm
Whoever she worked with,
I almost said Color Change. I'm like, wait, that's 2008. No, Vivid was 2012.
yeah, whoever she worked with on Vivid that did like the banger singles like Forever and Delicious Friday, like she really needs to work with whoever that produced the instrumentals on that again.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can actually quickly see who those were because there's a Wikipedia page for that album.
Yeah,
Oh, give me 10 seconds.
I need to listen to this album again.
Vivid?
Yeah, it's been
Oh
a
my God.
while.
Yeah, so good. So, track listing. Forever was written by Michiko,
Hmm.
and she worked a lot with Tikura, Michiko. I'm trying to think, anyone else. Uh, I keep forgetting she co-wrote a lot of these songs too,
Hmm.
which I would love to see her do more of.
Yeah.
Co-write a lot of her own stuff. Uh, she worked with Hub on Memory Box,
Hmm.
and Hub actually is responsible for the music of the song Motherland, which very
Oh,
close to
yeah.
my heart.
They are also listed on Delicious Friday.
Yep, which is probably my favorite song off of the Vivid album. I love that
Hmm.
song so much. Oh my God. So yeah, she needs to work with those people. Get back in the
Hmm.
studio with Tikura and Michiko. Get back in the studio with Hub and all of them, and make a really fantastic album. Please, Crystal, we love you.
That'd be awesome if she watched this.
Oh my god, if she ever did, I would literally be like, no. I don't even know if I would survive that. So let's go back to my notes here. Are you ready to start with your very first Crystal K live tour review?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Yep, let's do it. So the first thing that you see on the screen when the concert starts is the opening, which is a really nice edit of footage from her music videos and her past live performances. And I wrote here that it really makes me wish that more of her music videos were accessible and that more of her live performances were actually released on like DVD or Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, God, these music videos are so iconic in some cases.
Yeah.
And the live performances, oh my God, she's just such a good live performer. Always has been.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so painful to try and find some like the early performances.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I wish they were more readily available. As I was watching this opening, I'm just like, yeah, these need to be released more widely. Like, please.
Yeah. I wrote she looked like an absolute queen in that montage.
Yes. And then once we got to that countdown from the 10-second mark, I was just pumped and ready to go. I had seen this concert so many times over the years, but it had been a while. And I watched it like 3 separate times, all 2 hours and 26 minutes of it, people. 3 separate times to prepare for this stream again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just so like pumped and ready and excited for what was to come. So that's the opening. And then the actual first track on the tour, and this one kind of surprised me a bit. It's from her second studio album, 637, Always and Forever, and it is Ex-Boyfriend, which usually features Verbal of M-Flow.
Mm-hmm.
So I will let you go, and then I will chime in, because I think you might have some similar thoughts to me, and if I can save myself some breath, then I'll do so.
So this is one of her bigger hits, right?
I wouldn't necessarily call it one of her bigger hits, but it's a pretty. I think it's a fan favorite song, I would say.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a big hit.
Okay. Maybe more like middle of the road as far as her singles go.
Yeah. At least in terms of chart performance, anyway, if that's how we're measuring it.
Yeah. So I thought she did the right thing by opening with this song.
I was a bit surprised, to be honest. I was not expecting this as the first track. I like it a lot as a performance, but I was not expecting it.
What were you expecting instead?
I don't even know, but it definitely was not this. I'll say that much.
Okay. And I said she slays in a Michael Jackson tribute outfit, and even the choreography seems to be a tribute to Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of my notes as well. Very MJ-esque outfit and dancing.
Yeah.
I did write, though, that the mannequins and that the masks worn by the dancers, like when they're just illuminating the stage for the first time, they've always creeped me out. And just, like, oh my God.
I didn't really get why those were there. Like, did it have, like, was there a reference in the song or something?
No, not that I know of. Ex-Boyfriend is pretty self-explanatory in terms of lyrical content, so I don't know why those were there.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Very creepy. I'm like, I'm literally having my notes. I forgot how creepy the mannequins and the masks were.
Yeah, but I don't think they last, right? Like, they kind of go away after
they go away about They go away after like a quarter into this performance,
Oh, okay.
which thank God.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah. Uh, what else do I have here? I love the lighting in this performance as well.
Hmm.
I think that's really good. Her dancing, like I said, very energetic, on point. Uh, her voice sounds incredible,
Hmm.
but then again, I could basically say that for any song on this set list, and I
Yeah.
probably will.
Um, her voice I found on the first song, she didn't really project it enough in the verses because they're in like her lower register, and a lot of artists do like struggle with like getting that into a live mic.
Mm-hmm.
But she did a lot better with that on the next song, I noted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could hear that, but like I said, still sounds amazing. So
Yeah.
Crystal on a bad mic day is like still better than like 95% of people who try to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's really common where like you can hit those notes and a really good like recording studio mic will pick it up and it sounds great on the album, but then like in a live concert, um, like Katy Perry did the same thing. One of her big like music award show performances,
Oh God.
everyone dragged her where they're like learn how to sing in the lower register, and like I have Ayumi Hamasaki's Next Level tour, and she does the exact same thing on the opening track where she's like singing a song where it's very like in her chest voice, and yeah, you can like you can't hear her
Mm-hmm.
basically. Yeah.
Yikes.
Anyway.
Yeah. I have here that she walks down those steps like a boss.
Yeah.
And even in this first song of the concert, I wrote that she displays a remarkable and almost instinctive ability to know when to sing live, like
Hmm.
fully, when to ad lib, and when to engage the audience throughout the performance.
Yeah.
She that's the kind of thing you can't teach,
Hmm.
and she's such a master at it.
Yeah, she comes across as very confident, and like I really I don't think it happened the first song, but I really enjoyed like certain songs where she would just sort of like bust out in her own choreography, and you could tell she was just loving the moment, like feeling her own music. It's just really enjoyable to watch.
Absolutely. And if you watch like the Shine tour nowadays,
Hmm.
which was included in the For You album, by the way, if anyone's interested in that. Uh, but if you watch that tour, I think she's even gotten better as time's gone on
Hmm.
in terms of her confidence with performing. But this is definitely top tier confidence. I agree with you. Great energy. Great way to start the concert.
Hmm.
Just fantastic. And then, do you have anything further to add on this specific song?
No.
All right. So the next track is another one that I was a bit surprised by. It's from her sixth studio album, So Call Me Miss,
Hmm.
and it is I Know. I was not expecting this song to be on the track list either,
Oh no.
uh, because it's not one of those songs that I think of when I
Hmm.
think of like Crystal K songs. I don't automatically think Crystal K. Oh my God, I know. You know,
Hmm.
it's not. It's one of those. It's a really good song. I enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I'm not
I had the
like.
opposite reaction because this is one of her songs that I do know. So I was like, yeah, I know these first couple tracks and doing it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I kind of felt the same way with like ex-boyfriend, and I know like it was very engaging performance and
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. Hmm.
Yeah. I wrote here that her voice sounds amazing, which we discussed how it sounded a lot better in this performance than
Hmm.
it did in the first track. She's moving her body well.
Hmm.
She's showing some great stage presence, and I love how each of her dancers each has like their own little thing going on around her
Okay,
before
yeah.
they kind of sync up, right?
Hmm.
And then she kind of interacts with the male dancers, and you can just see how much fun everyone's having in this performance.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, even down to like the backing vocalists and the drummer and the rest of the band. The dance break was really fantastic
Mm-hmm.
when they did that. Very, like you said, kind of like a Michael Jackson-esque tribute dancing,
Mm-hmm.
which she's not known for her dancing, but she can pull it out, and she definitely did.
Yeah, like I feel like she should be more known for her dancing. She usually has like choreography in her music videos too.
Yeah.
Um,
And then my last note for this is I love the lighting
mhm.
when Crystal sings the bridge. It is so gorgeous.
I didn't notice the lighting really during the first few songs.
Oh my god, it was
I'll
like,
have to go back.
yeah, it was so gorgeous. I'm like, yes, this is what I want on your bridges. Yes. And I have here overall, it's a good follow up to the opening number from a concert perspective.
Hmm.
Even if, like the last song, I didn't picture it as one of the songs to open this concert. So
Hmm.
yeah, and then do you have anything further to add about I Know?
Nope, I agree with everything you said.
Yeah. So the next track is yet another one that surprised me because it's not one of the tracks that most people would know from her For Real album. Most
Hmm.
people know like Candy and Can't Be Stopped and Boyfriend Part 2, and we'll get to some of those later because they are on the set list. But they don't know this one very, very much, and that is What Time Is It?
Hmm.
Uh, for me, I really like the energy. I think it flows well with the rest of the track list so far, or the set list. The lighting's also really, really nice. The dancing is, it's fun and very loose. Uh, Her voice sounds impeccable as always. But I have here, for as much as I enjoy this performance, this is one of the songs on the set list where, given all of the songs that are not on here that didn't make the cut, I could
Hmm.
easily replace this with something else from any number of her albums. I could
Yeah, I can see
easily
that.
do that.
Hmm.
Easily.
So it's not one of your favorites. That's what you're saying.
No, no. I enjoy it, but it's like I said, it's not one of the songs that uh, I go into the For Real album uh,
Hmm.
looking forward to listening to. So
Yeah, I agree. I really found this performance fun, and like I said, it kept the party going. Kind of like she
yeah,
busts out with the first two songs, and then like keeps up with the energy without like taking a break between all the songs.
mm-hmm,
Um, she really impressed me with her vocals, while also performing the choreography on the song.
mm-hmm, yeah,
Um, there's a move they do in the chorus where they're doing like a like backwards hop kind of thing in place,
mm-hmm,
and
yeah,
like anything like that is really really hard to keep your voice steady,
mm-hmm,
and she's still singing live through it, and yeah, it was very impressive. I know she
yeah,
trains a lot, like she works out in the gym a lot, so she must have really great like
stamina,
yeah, and like
yeah,
air capacity, vocal control, and all that.
mm-hmm, absolutely, yeah. So then we have our first MC of the concert. Actually,
Hmm.
it's very brief. It's short, sweet, and cute. I said in my notes. She's welcoming everyone to the final date of the tour,
Hmm.
and there's a really great shot of the crowd as well. It looks
Hmm.
like a pretty full house too. Like the whole floor is packed, and then you've
Yep.
got the 2 or 3 different levels,
Yes.
which were basically full too.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, the glory days when the Crystal was actually able to sell out uh,
Yeah.
like halls and stadiums. Like I miss those days.
Hmm.
And then the next track is Girl You Love from the Almost 17 album.
Hmm.
So, thoughts on this one?
Um, I thought she again, like we're gonna just talk about her voice and how incredible it is, like every 3 seconds. But like,
I know.
she really hit the high notes in this song. Loved it, and I also enjoyed how she was owning the stage without the backup dancers.
Yeah, that's one of my things in my notes too. She roams the stage with confidence and boss-like swagger.
Yes, very
And
descriptive.
she looks like she's having so much fun.
Yeah.
And then I love the way she like opens the jacket in this performance. It's like kind of casually done, but it's like kind of sexy at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
And she's got like the like sheer bra underneath and the midriff and
Yeah.
yeah. I have here I love the lighting. I've always really loved like the finger snaps in the instrumental. That like that. I love those instrumentals. I love the dancing as well. Great choreography throughout this concert. I can basically say that as a blanket statement, but we'll probably discuss that every time as well in every song. Except for the next few coming up for obvious reasons, because it's the ballad section, but
Yeah.
yeah, and like you said, her voice sounds amazing as always. So, anything further to add on this track, or?
I was a little shocked when she opened the jacket. I was like, "Oh my god," because I didn't expect that. Like she's wearing, when she comes out, she's dressed like quite masculinely. Like she's completely covered up, like wearing the jacket, long pants, and boots, and like, so yeah, I just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the next track that we have, track number 5. We're making excellent time with these, thank God.
We're doing awesome. I know. I was just thinking that too. I was like, this is not going to take 5 hours.
I know. So the next track on the set list is a very underrated song. One of my personal favorite ballads that Crystal's ever done from her second album. And that is Suki no Nai Yoru, Mishi no Nai Basho, which means moonless night, roadless place in English, for those of you who don't know. And like I said, this is just one of the like hidden gems of Crystal's discography. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm glad to see it included here. Absolutely. It's like unlike the like first 3 songs, I was surprised that it was included here, but pleasantly so this time.
Okay.
Absolutely. I love the keyboardist's performance before the curtain kind of pulls back. And then it's kind of like the waves parting. And then you see Crystal standing there in that like outfit that she's wearing, and it's like just catching the light really beautifully. And I'm like, I'm in love with that outfit. Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
I don't know if it's some kind of like kimono or what, but it is gorgeous. I have here, it's like a red robe. That's all I could think of to describe it. Like the top of it was like red.
Yeah, so it's like red going down into like a tan color at the bottom with a little silver belt.
And I don't have too much on this actual performance other than her voice sounds stunning. And it's a really simple yet beautiful performance, both vocally and production-wise. I really like the lighting as well, and the way that Crystal gets the crowd into the song, because she does this like, this is like her signature move. She like waves like the one finger in the air when she does that.
Yeah.
Like that. So, thoughts on Suki no Nai Yoru, Mishi no Nai Basho?
I did not know this song, actually, but it has a music video and everything, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe you're thinking of one of her other ballads. Maybe Kito A and Ni? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but yeah, so I really like the outfit, like you said, like the staging with the lighting. She comes out with the fans on her. It was just beautiful. I really love this whole segment with the ballads. I don't think I could pick like which section was my favorite because
Me
all of them
neither.
are very strong.
Yeah.
When I was listening to this the first time just through my laptop speakers, which God knows are like trash, but I noticed
Mood.
that the drums were like a little bit too aggressive during the song because she is singing with a live band, and like
Yeah.
just the drummer was like like really smashing them. I was like, calm down. It's like a very gentle ballad, you know.
Yeah.
But
I could see that point. Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful costume change and staging, and I enjoyed the performance again.
Yeah. I'm already tearing up in anticipation.
Oh no!
Oh god.
We don't have to say too much about it.
Oh no. I'm okay.
Okay.
The next track on the set list, bear with me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Is
Do you want me to introduce it?
please.
The next song is Motherland, which was, I think, both of our first experiences with Crystal K, where she did the theme song for Full Metal Alchemist, the ending, one of the endings for Full Metal Alchemist, I think the second season.
Yeah, the third ending. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I love seeing an anime theme song performed live in concert. It's a gorgeous song, still one of my favorite songs, and I said it was a near perfect performance.
I really loved the stained glass effect. I don't know if you noticed it in the lighting and the staging, the way that it looks like stained glass in the back, and she's just out in the front performing it. It was so beautiful.
No, I don't remember that.
It was so beautiful, and as you can tell, the song never fails to make me absolutely sob my eyes out, even after 10 years. And so it's a very simple but powerful performance, absolutely flawless. Her tone and hearing this song live is always like such a special and emotional experience for me. And I have here, her tone is very warm, and you could hear that melancholy in her voice whenever she performs it, but there's also a lot of like strength and hope and optimism in her voice in equal measure, and you can really see how emotive she's getting as she interprets the lyrics. Her high notes in a few places near the end, especially that long sustain, that Kimi no Motoe. Yeah. Like that was just, I got shivers all over my body. When she hit that note, I'm like, oh my god. BW is saying Motherland is a beautiful song. Yes. And I really like how she sampled it on Fly to You, which she did. A lot of people don't know that. I'm surprised that you knew that. She did a song on the Call Me Miss album called Fly to You. It wasn't a single or anything, but the first couple seconds of that, you hear like this really high-pitched a couple of lines from Motherland that are in this like really high pitch, and then it goes into like the rest of the song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm surprised you knew that. That's fantastic. I thought I was the only one who knew that. So
even I knew that. Even I know that song.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, because Call Me Miss is one of the albums that you own.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think I had that song on like a Burn CD like ages ago.
Oh my god, all I can think of when you mention Burn CDs is your CD declutter video that you did like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago.
When you were moving, and you had all of these burn discs of like Nine Inch Nails and Linkin Park and early J-pop stuff that you listened to and all of that.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh god, the days of LimeWire.
I know. That used to take
Yeah.
so long. So glad I don't do that anymore.
Oh, I know, me too. BW is saying, Fly to You should have been a single. Probably, honestly, I could see that.
And
Although,
Unholy Triforce, or sorry, go ahead.
oh, no worries. I was just Unholy Triforce. Go ahead.
Oh, they said I cried so much the first time I heard Motherland and saw the video, and Matthew shared it with me.
Oh god, welcome to the club, my friend. Welcome to the club. Yeah,
I
cannot get.
remember I saw the video also around the time like Full Metal Alchemist was out, and I was like, wow, like she's not Japanese. This is so cool. Like non-Japanese girl singing in Japanese on an anime. It was like,
Yeah,
oh, she's the coolest.
yeah, and like I wish I could literally, like take everyone back in time to the first time I ever heard that song. Watching the ending of Full Metal Alchemist for the first time and hearing that, I wish I could share that experience with everyone because, like, literally in the verse, like the very first note, I just froze up and I got chills all over my body. And then when she got into that chorus, I just burst into tears.
Yeah.
I was like sobbing my eyes out, and I was so loud that my family actually came into the office at our old house and checked on me. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then my immediate thing was, "Okay, I'm gonna cry again, but I need to find out who on earth this angel is that's singing this." And that's how I found the name Crystal K, and I typed that into YouTube, and the rest is history. So yeah, very, very special and important song for me.
Yeah.
And I was so glad that it was included on here, even though I was like bawling my eyes out for like 10 minutes, and I had to like pause the concert to compose myself. So the next song on the set list and the final ballad of this quote unquote ballad section is the song Kito Eya Ni, which is one of the only songs on the set list from her All Yours album, which, as Emily quizzed me on earlier, was her only album to go #1 on the Oricon charts. So I'm a bit surprised that there's not a few more songs from All Yours on here than there is. But yeah, what did you think of Kito Eya Ni?
I don't know if I recognize the song, but I know it's like a hit.
Fair enough. Even I gave you the All Yours album down in Toronto when we met, so
yeah.
You might need to go back and re-listen to that.
I do, but nonetheless, this part of the segment was really beautiful. When she ended the song, she like opens her arms.
Yeah.
And
I just love that. It's such a powerful and striking visual.
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Yeah. I have here, it was another simple but very beautiful performance of one of Crystal's best and most difficult ballads. Because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the vocal range that is required for this song in particular is ridiculous. It is so high, and she absolutely nails it. Absolutely. I have here also that, as with Motherland, she really feels and emotes the lyrics. You could see it in like the close-ups on her face, how into it she's getting. I love how she walks back up the steps in the middle of the performance to the Rage platform, and continues the performance. And I have here that the way that the wind machine catches her outfit and it flutters in that kind of like breeze as she raises her hands up at the end is just beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
it catches her outfit perfectly, and as we've already discussed, it's a very powerful and striking visual, that particular ending. So that's all I have. Do you have anything further to add on Kito A and Ni?
Nope.
So next we have the interlude and a costume change. And this is where I have a bone to pick. Because Eternal Memories is relegated to serving as the music for an interlude and a costume change, and isn't performed live and in full, irks me to the ends of the earth. I
Yeah.
was so annoyed. Like, I was, like, if you could have seen me rewatching this tour to make all my notes, I was just livid. I'm like, it's her debut single. It's a beautiful song, and it deserved better.
I was shocked it wasn't on there either. I'm sure the crowd is feeling the same way. Like, they heard it during the video interlude. They probably thought she would come back out and perform it live. But
yeah, no. I was kind of expecting that because, like I said, it had been a few years since I had actually watched the tour before I made the notes, right? So I wasn't sure if she had come out at that point, but once she didn't, I'm like, really? Really?
Yeah.
Like, this is the best that you're going to do for this song. The song that literally introduced her to the world, produced by one of the most famous producers that you can ever work with in Yoko Kanno. And you're going to relegate it to this? I was so mad. I was so mad.
Yeah, well, I've never seen you get this fiery at Crystal before.
I'm not mad at Crystal, per se. I'm mad at whoever finalized the set list for this without including it as a full performance. I don't know if that was her record label at the time, Sony, or what, but that it's not on here as a full performance is an absolute travesty. And it needs to be rectified. So the next tracks on the set list are actually part of an old school medley. I almost said melody. Of Girls' Night, Komichi no Hana, Teenage Universe Chewing Gum Baby, and Make You Mine. And I have in my notes for this performance that this is a medley that's done right. Each song cuts in like the exact perfect place, like literally perfect place, and into the next. Crystal sings with a lot of energy. She has great stage presence and some slick and somewhat sexy dancing in this as well. It's a thoroughly enjoyable medley, and it's a great way to bring the energy up after the ballad section. So, yeah, that's all that I have on that one. So if you have anything further to add, because I know maybe some of these songs aren't as familiar to you as they are to me. So
she came out in like a short black dress at this point. So it's kind of like, oh, why did she change? Because I love the other outfit a lot. But I felt like Girls' Night could have gotten a full performance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then the middle two songs, yeah, I'm not very familiar with.
They're from her debut album. They were her third and second single, respectively.
Okay. And then I liked the belly dancing.
Yeah.
That was intriguing.
I was not expecting the belly dancing.
Yeah, and then I think it was during the end of this medley where she like actually drops it down and got a Kodakumi level ratchet on the stage.
I love how you just suddenly threw shade at Kodakumi for that. Love that.
I mean, if you're a fan of hers, you know this about her. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I was shocked because it's my first Crystal K live tour, and I am not used to seeing her act like that sexual. And like I said before, when she starts the concert off, she's like completely covered up, and then yeah, we're on the 8th track here, and she's ripping it all off and twerking. So.
Oh, wait, we're gonna get to ripping it all off, honey. We're gonna get to that later. So after the medley, there's another MC, which kind of confused me, to be honest. Because it's like, if you're gonna do the costume change and the interlude, why not do like the medley before then, right? And then come out in the new concert and do that. Like, I just don't think that was sequenced very well. But there's another MC here, and I really like this MC because you get to see her personality in this MC a little bit. She laughs kind of freely and unreservedly, and it's just kind of a glimpse into Crystal's offstage persona, which we hadn't really seen much of in her career up until this point. Because Crystal is, like, we know now because of her, like, TikTok and everything that she's incredibly funny and outgoing. But back in the day, at least to my memory, I can't really remember a time where I've seen her prior to this concert be as, I'm trying to think of the right word, as kind of like open and loose and just more like herself as opposed to. So that was really fun to see. And she also has a really great gift for talking to the audience or viewer in our case and making them feel as if they were her friend. She's very approachable and easygoing, etc., etc. So.
Yeah. She thanked her fans for 10 years.
Yeah.
And she actually mentions, I believe in this MC, Eternal Memories. Like, she's talking about her debut.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're just rubbing salt in the wound that you're not going to perform it. But...
I know, yeah. And speaking of Eternal Memories, Purin in the chat is saying, yeah, Eternal Memories is one of her best. Absolutely. I still adore that song. Absolutely. Like, and I said this in our last live stream, but it's still true. So I'll say it again here. Hearing her sing that live now is just such a treat to the ears. It is amazing. So I was, that makes me even more upset that we don't have it here.
Yeah.
And then after the MC, we get another song, the 9th on the set list, and it is Deata Kiseki, which is another kind of like ballady kind of song. So I was kind of surprised that it wasn't included in the ballad section before the medley, because it's just kind of like a downer after a very energetic kind of like medley. So it's like, okay, you need to move this up a little bit. It's gonna work. But her voice sounds incredible, as it has throughout this entire concert. You can really feel her emotion. I've said that multiple times. It's true again here. It's a very simple but beautiful performance. So.
Yeah, I actually really liked her singing with the acoustic guitar on this song.
Yeah.
I think she proved like just how versatile she is with this tour. She goes all across the board with her like R&B hits and the ballads, dancing, and then like acoustic stuff. So.
Absolutely agree. And there's also a great band performance set piece leading into the next track. The music for that is kind of like foreboding and intense. It really kind of surprised me. It startled me a little
Yeah.
bit. But to see the rainbow at the end of that, like after like the band set piece is done, to see like that rainbow, it kind of meant a lot to me for obvious reasons, being that I identify as being on the LGBTQ spectrum, even though I know it didn't really mean anything. It was still kind of one of those. It's just one of those kind of tiny moments where you don't really think that it's going to have the impact that it has, and then you see it, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So the next track number 10, did you have anything on Diadakisaki to add?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. So the next track, we talked about this a couple of times now, this song. It's Crystal's biggest selling single of her career from the Call Me Miss album, Koi ni Ochitara. And I wrote here that my first note is the fan interaction moment to start this song as she's singing out in the audience is like so wholesome and pure. It is just so adorable. Her dress looks stunning, and she sounds amazing as usual. Her charisma, enthusiasm, and stage presence are fantastic, and she's just so cute and adorable in this song, in this performance. That's all I had for it, so take it away.
I was surprised that she changed outfits again so quickly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I can't go a video without talking about Utada, but she's wearing like an Utada style, like prom dress, like the puff here and the puff on the other hip.
Yeah.
And yeah, she seems to be having so much fun interacting with her fans in the crowd.
Yeah.
That always makes me so nervous though when artists do that. I'm just waiting for like that crazy fan to
like an AKB situation to happen.
Yeah, like someone just mauls them, like. But yeah, she hit the high notes again beautifully, which we
no surprise.
Yeah.
No surprise. Anything further to add on Koi ni Ochitara?
Nope, just really liked it.
Me too. But then again, it's a very popular song, one of her best. So, and then after Koi ni Ochitara, she goes into After Love, First Boyfriend, featuring Kaname from Chemistry. And this is on the Spin the Music album, or as most fans call it affectionately, Spin the Flop.
Oh no! That's so sad.
It is because, and here's the thing about the Spin the Music album. I'm going to go a little bit off topic here, but we're making excellent time, so I can afford to do this.
Yeah.
The Spin the Music album, I don't think there's anyone who can say that there's a bad song on that album if you take the songs individually. It just is that the album is more a collection of songs than an actual cohesive album.
I see, yeah.
Because you've got this, which is like this like mid-tempo, almost ballad, but not really kind of thing. And then you've got like an actual ballad like I Pray, and then you've got like these like up tempos, and it's like it's all very like messily constructed in terms of how they ordered the track list for that album. So it's a shame that it suffers from that fate, but that's my thoughts on Spin the Music. Basically, I like a lot of the songs, but. So anyway, she actually brings out Kaname for this performance, which I really enjoyed. It's her first guest feature of the evening. And I wrote here that the friendship and the chemistry, ironic because Kaname's group is called Chemistry, between Crystal and Kaname really elevates this performance. I think this is one of the few songs in Crystal's catalog where she actually sounds really good with her singing partner as a vocalist.
Yeah.
Their harmonies are fantastic in
Yeah.
this song. And her high note near the end is everything. But then again, we've said this so many times, even just in the course of this concert, her high
Mhm.
notes are spectacular.
Mhm.
So I was so happy to actually. I wasn't expecting to hear this
Mhm.
song because Spin the Music wasn't even out when
Oh.
this tour uh,
Okay.
came out. Because Spin the Music was 2010.
Okay.
And granted, this was the lead single off Spin the Music, but still, I
Mhm.
was not expecting to hear it. So it was a pleasant surprise to hear it. I enjoyed the song even now, but just wasn't expecting it at all.
Hmm. Yeah, I said pretty much the same thing where I actually loved Kaname's voice and
Hmm.
their singing together. I think that was the only time outside of her M-Flow collaborations that I really liked her her duet
Revolution,
part.
Revolution.
Yeah, yeah, I was thinking more of like male vocalists.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
But yeah, no, I think I like all of her collabs with female artists.
yeah.
But no, I really liked it. I really liked their collaboration. Like you said, their harmony is really great.
Hmm. Absolutely. And then do you have anything further to add, or
Nope.
and then to kind of capitalize on Kaname already being on stage, uh, I they performed Two as One, which
Mm-hmm.
is the song that she did with Chemistry, also on the Call Me Miss album. Uh, and I really like this song as well. It was actually one of the first Crystal K songs I ever remember hearing. Definitely in my first 10 Crystal K songs that I ever heard.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think
Which
me
is,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really love Crystal and Kaname's little conversation that they have
Mm-hmm.
before the other member of Chemistry comes out, and I couldn't really make out his name too much.
Me neither. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out, and I felt so bad. But it's other member of Chemistry. That's how he's
Yeah.
written in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I love how each of the members of Chemistry in this performance kind of
Mm-hmm.
has their own little interactive moment with Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have here that their voices mesh well, but I did note a couple of instances where Crystal inadvertently overpowers uh, both of them.
Yeah, but it's kind of fine.
Yeah, it's kind of fine. It's not
Yeah.
it's not like Ruji Imaichi levels of I have to carry this song because my duet partner's inept.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Her voice is just so powerful that not a lot of other singers could compete with her power.
Hmm. Agreed. I mean, Crystal vocally is on Whitney, Celine, Mariah level, and
Mm-hmm.
then there's everyone else.
Exactly.
So yeah, and then the next track after Two as One is another ballad,
Mm-hmm.
and that is Kiss. And there's a nice short MC that actually precedes this song. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know what she says during it because I'm not fluent in Japanese, and there's no subtitles, unfortunately, for this concert if you watch it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There's individual clips of it that have been subtitled, but not the whole thing, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So there's a nice little short MC. My notes for this one are basically it's a gorgeous ballad with an equally amazing vocal performance. It's soft and delicate in the right places, and it's powerful in the right places. I also really like the two backing dancers. Like
Mm-hmm.
their dress is like the husband and wife and whatever. Like she's in like the wedding dress. I really like those two.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of adds something visually to the performance, other than Crystal just standing there absolutely belting this out, which was nice. So those are all of my thoughts on Kiss.
Yeah, she actually says in English during that brief MC, she tells them to get that they can sit down, which I
Okay.
thought was really, really nice as well. Because I was happy to see everyone was standing up and like having a good time when chemistry was out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some Japanese shows, a lot of people,
It takes them a while to get into it.
yeah, like a lot of times people will just be sitting down
Mm-hmm.
also. So, and yeah, I said it goes without saying, she gave a beautiful vocal performance.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, do you have anything further to add other than that, or?
Nope.
So the next track on the set list, and Unholy Triforce. If you're still watching this, I sent you this performance earlier because it is my favorite on this entire tour,
Oh, wow.
and that is Kata Omoi, or One Sided Love, from her fourth studio album, For Real.
Wait, this is your favorite over Motherland?
Favorite performance,
Mm-hmm.
just generally of the tour, yes.
That's surprising. Okay.
uh, and the reason why is you really get to see like Crystal's playfulness and personality in this performance, and like I absolutely love the gold leotard that she wears.
Oh.
Like when I said we were gonna get into like ripping it all off,
Mm-hmm.
this is exactly what I meant, because they ripped that dress off and then the
Yeah.
gold leotard underneath. Oh my goodness. Uh, uh, I have here that her audience engagement and stage presence are top notch. She
Mm-hmm.
really kind of gets them into the song, and she's kind of like just really kind of like playful. She pretends to be mad at them
Yeah.
for not having like the energy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like cute and funny, and it's just like adorable. And I'm like, yes.
I was wondering what that was about because I wrote she was giving such a beautiful performance, and then she turns around and screams, "Stop!" to her band.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's like I read Kato Mui is one of the clips that was translated and subtitled. That's
Mm-hmm.
separate from the full concert.
Oh, okay.
That's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So she's basically asking everyone to get pumped up, and they're not being loud enough, and
Mm-hmm.
she's getting kind of like faux angry
Mm-hmm.
at them for that. So she's just like, stop, stop, stop. And she's like, that wasn't better. Tokyo sure ain't got no energy and all of that. And then they finally scream,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, all right, let's go. Let's get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she launches back into the performance
Mm-hmm.
at that point and finishes it through. The drummer in this performance, I noted him especially because he's got like this like playful little smirk on his face
Yeah.
as he's like playing along with Crystal, and as she's
Mm-hmm.
saying stop, he's like pounding on the drums trying to like annoy her.
Yeah. He kept being like,
I actually remember on Twitter that seeing that this drummer had actually passed away.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, and then Crystal was describing him as the most talented drummer she's ever worked with. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's a little bit of a somber note when I saw him again for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm like, I remember seeing something on Twitter where she was saying like he's the most talented drummer I've ever worked with. Like, this is so sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was shocked because I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah. Uh, I have here in my notes too. You can hear her get like a bit breathy or raspy in
Hmm.
parts of this song, but she still sounds really good, especially given the fact this is over like halfway through the concert,
Hmm.
and she's been dancing and all of that.
Hmm.
I really liked the lighting and her interactions with her backing dancers, and I have here as my final note for this performance the performance is a perfect blend of live vocals and ad libs.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, I just noted I really liked the choreography on the song, and that continued for the next couple songs as well.
yeah. BW is saying that was an amazing rendition of Kata Omoi. Great
Mhm.
energy in the performance and the original studio song as well. Yes. And she's got a great sense of humor, which, yes, her TikTok especially is hilarious.
Hmm.
But yeah, so next we move into band intros, and each member has like their own solo and their own little interactive moment with Crystal before the
Hmm.
next song. Uh, and I really liked all of her band was so talented
Yeah.
in this tour, like they were like all top notch.
Hmm.
So it was really fun to see them kind of like goof off and just do like their own like creative little thing,
Yeah.
right? So yeah. And then the next track is another one of my favorite Crystal K songs of all time, and that is Hard to Say
Hmm.
from the Almost 17 album, which I don't know if you know the song or not. I think I've sent it to you a couple of times, but I don't know if you
Yeah,
know it.
I am familiar with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have here in my notes for this song, seamless transition from the band intro portion.
Hmm.
Absolutely seamless. One of my favorite Crystal K songs, like I mentioned. Like you said, I love the dancing and the choreography. Her voice sounds really good, which is it does sound a little bit out of breath. I noticed that again, but
Hmm.
that's to be expected with like all of the dancing that she's been doing. She's been dancing her ass off
Yeah.
in this performance. So yeah.
Hmm.
I also noted that she does a dance break instead of the rap portion
Okay.
uh, when she performs this song in this tour. I really like the lighting and energy in the dance break, but I still miss the rap. And I think it's a sign of confidence and artistic growth that Crystal now does the rap herself whenever she
Uh,
performs this song. So,
okay.
very happy with that.
Mm.
And that's all I have to say on that. So, take it away.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say. I thought her again, like her vocals are really impressive while dancing.
Hmm.
Not a lot of artists can pull that off.
No.
And then at the end of the song, she does like a booty quake.
Yeah.
And then the crowd's like, yeah.
Which I was surprised because a lot of Japanese people, or at least the perception seems to be that they're like pretty docile and that they look down on things like that a little bit, right?
Hmm.
So I was a little bit surprised to see them go wild for like a booty drop,
Yeah.
but it was kind of fun too.
Hmm.
And then, do you have anything further to add on?
Nope.
So, the next track number 16, we are almost done, people. Only four
Yeah.
more songs after this one.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that is Can't Be Stopped, which is another song off her fourth album, For Real. It's a fan favorite, I think.
Hmm.
Uh, along with, is it on this track list? I don't think so. No, I was thinking Candy was on this track list, but I don't think so.
No.
Because Candy's another one of her fan favorites, and the two are kind of like interchangeable for me because
Oh, okay.
they were again some of the first Crystal K songs I heard after Motherland. It was like Motherland, One, I Like It, Can't Be Stopped, Candy, and then a few others after that. So yeah, I think the song. I think to start the song, she's got a great audience engagement. I really liked the editing in this part of the performance as well, which this is the only time I'll mention it, but apparently that was really striking to me when I watched it. I don't know why I have that note down now, but apparently I liked it.
Yeah.
The dancing is light and fun, and you can kind of tell that Crystal is having so much fun performing this. She sounds so great vocally, and she moves around the stage really, really well. And you can see the drummer in the back just like going off. Like going off. I'm like, yeah, get it, buddy. Like, yeah, you do you. And then she also has dancer introductions that take place midway through the song. And they are fun, but they do a really good job of not really breaking up the flow of the song.
Yeah.
And then my only other note, and you might get a laugh out of this, I don't know, but she does use some of the same choreography for this song when she performs it in the Vivid Tour.
Oh, okay.
When she does like the swimming motion and the like hands up motion like that.
Yeah.
She does the same exact choreography in the Vivid Tour. And all I could think of, I kid you not, if there's any like people who know 2000s television, you'll probably get this reference. But all I could think of was like the Lizzie McGuire movie, and that scene where Kate calls Lizzie an outfit repeater, except Crystal's like a choreography repeater. That's all I could think of. I don't know why. But that was like the first thing that popped into my head was like, Lizzie McGuire, you're an outfit repeater. And I'm like, good lord, where did that come from?
Is it the same from the video?
The Can't Be Stopped? I don't know. I haven't watched the Can't Be Stopped music video in ages.
Because artists tend to do that a lot where they'll like, I don't know. I think it's for the sake of the fans because they'll learn the choreography from the music video too. So then they like when it comes back. But Namie does that all the time also, where she recycles the same choreography for each song.
Yeah. Namie is the most famous, I think, at it. But yeah, it was just a little something that I noted. And I'm like, oh, wait, yeah, this is the same as the Vivid Tour. I'm like one of 5 people who've actually seen that tour in the world, probably, because it didn't sell very well.
Yeah. I noted also that she seems to be really, really enjoying herself during this performance. And maybe this is like one of her personal favorite songs.
It could be, yeah.
I think I wasn't totally sure, but there's a point where like drag queens come on the stage.
Huh?
There's two people come on the stage that have like big, colorful wigs on.
Oh, right.
I was like, they don't look like the dancers. Like, I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out, and even now that you brought that up, I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but
kind of related. Unholy Triforce in the chat is saying, I actually was wanting the guys to be in heels too. I don't know why. LOL. And then he's also saying, oh my gosh, I love Lizzie McGuire. Yes, iconic Disney Channel 2000 show.
That was way after my time. I've never seen it.
Oh my god. This is the age gap showing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Anything further to add about Can't Be Stopped?
Nope.
So the next track on the set list, track number 17, is a song called Over and Over, and I think this is also from the For Real album. A lot of songs from For Real on this set list, and I don't know why. Like, it seems like disproportionately that there are more songs from For Real than any of her other albums combined.
And what year was For Real?
2003, 2004, I think.
Yeah, that seems like, yeah, it's a strange choice.
Yeah, because it's like Kadomui is on For Real. Can't Be Stopped is on For Real. What Time Is It is on For Real. There's another song after this one, the next track after we discuss Over and Over. The next track is also on For Real. So it's like 5 different songs are on For Real. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. That is definitely some interesting choices, because like when I saw the track list, I was like, okay, like some songs I'm not familiar with, and then like some songs I was expecting are not there. But then I just chalk that up to like me not
being fully immersed in her discography.
Yeah, but then hearing that feedback from you as well definitely is interesting, like why they've made those choices here.
Yeah, and as for the actual song, Over and Over, track number 17 here, it's a slower tempo song, and it's one that I do enjoy. Like, I don't skip it when I listen to the album. It's kind of like really chill and sedate, but it's another song that I could replace with any other song in her catalog very, very easily. She sounds great. I like the performance, and I feel like she's got a lot of like attitude in her movements and her choreography in this song. For some reason, that stuck out to me when I was making my notes. So that's all that I have to say on that.
Yeah, I didn't really get this. I knew it wouldn't be the concert closer because we know she's going to come back out for an encore, but like, had it been the actual last song, I would have been like, what the hell? Like, really
yeah,
weird,
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you have anything to add over on top of what I said about the song, or?
Unholy Triforce just said in the chat, this is funny because I think Hikkipedia and him and I are both the same age.
Yeah, I think so.
So you were watching Lizzie McGuire when you were in high school.
That show is honestly so good. Like,
yeah,
you know Hilary Duff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically made that entire show. That show made her a star. So yeah. Anyways, did you already discuss your thoughts on Over and Over, or?
Yeah, I just said I didn't really get it as like a concert closer.
Yeah, thank God it's not the actual.
Yeah.
Thank God. The next track is one that literally everyone was going insane for in the actual performance, in the actual venue. It's one of her fan favorite songs, and I'm so excited it's on here. I like it. Featuring M-Flow. Of course, Taku doesn't make the trip, but Verbal does come out.
Yeah.
And there's a costume change into the tour merch, which I want that shirt so badly. I don't even know if you can find it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool design.
Yeah. Unlike the fairly lackluster Laughter in the Dark tour merch.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, I like the way that the lights come up in this performance, and like I said, everyone just goes absolutely crazy over the fact that Verbal is there. The fact that he was here, though, makes me wonder why they didn't move Ex-Boyfriend down in the track list.
Exactly.
So that he could do his rap on that and come out, and then they could have just transitioned into this song and done that. So I don't know why that's at the top of the track list opening the show when this is
Yeah.
all the way down at the bottom and he features on both of them.
Yeah.
So that's one of my notes. Still, I love this performance, and their chemistry together is absolutely palpable.
Yeah.
You can really feel that. Verbal's rapping is amazing live. Really,
Yeah.
really fantastic. And Crystal's rap in this actually makes me wonder why she didn't do the rap portion in Hard to Say. Because she does rap in this song during this performance, and I'm like, really? What? Like, you're gonna rap in this, but you're not gonna do like the rap in Hard to Say, which is equally as awesome?
Maybe she wanted to do the dance in Hard to Say.
I don't even know if that was the actual dance from the music video, though. So I don't know if that's just choreography that she was taught for this tour or what. But anyways, Crystal and Verbal have a nice moment together after the performance. And then Crystal has a slight MC before moving into the next track. That's basically all my notes on this. So if you have anything further, take it away.
I just said, of course, I loved this performance because I love this song and was happy that Verbal came out to do it with her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really love J-pop artists, like how they change into like a casual outfit to do the encore.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I was about to leave and I already changed my clothes, but guess you guys want me to come back out.
Yeah.
But she looks really cute. She's wearing like little denim cutoffs with the tour concert or the merch, like you said.
Yeah.
And yeah, totally agree with what you said.
Alrighty. So the next track on the set list, the second to last track on the set list actually, is another ballad and another one of the first Crystal K songs I ever heard, which is One. And I've always really, really liked this song for whatever reason. I've always really liked it. Like we discussed in the trivia portion at the beginning of the stream, this was the theme song for a Pokemon movie. I think the movie itself is called Giratina and the Sky Warrior or something. Okay. I know it's the 11th Pokemon movie. So.
Oh wow, I had no idea they had so many movies.
Oh yeah, they do, and they're still making them today.
Yep.
Good God. Pokemon Mania will never bubble out, I don't think.
No.
It will never, like, it will just always be around. It's like other anime series could only ever hope. Anyway, I've always really liked the song. It's one of the first of hers that I've ever heard. It's kind of a more energetic performance than I was expecting, particularly because it's a ballad and because this is like near the end of the concert. But it's still a great performance with a really nice vocal, and it's a great track to go out on before like the final encore song. And I've mentioned the lighting in the bridges a couple of times throughout this tour. I'm mentioning it again here. I love the lighting at the bridge. I don't know who's doing her lighting for these bridges, but yes, thank you. And that's all the notes that I have for it. So.
Yeah, I just said her voice still sounds really beautiful and healthy, even though we're 19 songs deep.
Yeah, so. It's kind of a miracle, honestly. There are a couple of places and a couple songs previously where she was raspy, but it's like still very consistent and very, like you said, very healthy. So
yeah, there's like a couple parts in the like latter half of the concert where she's about to belt, but she is like so into the like partying moment, I guess, that she like yells and then cuts herself off instead of like gearing up to do the proper belt, but totally giving her a pass on that.
Absolutely. Anything further to add on one?
Nope.
So we've reached this point a lot earlier than I thought we were going to.
I know.
I don't know what, why, how, but we're here. The end of the set list, the end of the concert, and the final track that she performs is another fan favorite from the For Real album, theme of this concert, I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of my personal favorite Crystal K songs as well, Boyfriend Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice bit where, she sings her thanks to the audience, like actually sings it,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was like really cute. And it's like the best thank you in history, because if Crystal K was ever serenading me saying thank you,
Mm-hmm.
doing all of like runs and ad libs and things that she was doing,
Mm-hmm.
that's the end. I could die happy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really liked that. And then she really goes for it vocally with both the high notes and the ad libs as she's doing so. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of my notes. And then I love how she like starts this song and she's singing the R&B version of it that's on her third album. Because for those of you who don't know, the original Boyfriend song is like very R&B from her third album, and then the next year she did like a pop remix of it, which is this song Boyfriend Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then she did a related song which was earlier on the track list, After Love First Boyfriend, on the Spin the Music album. So
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who didn't know that those three were interconnected, now you know. There you go. But I like how like I said, I love how she starts the song singing the R&B version, and then she seamlessly transitions into the pop remix. She really gives it her all. She really leaves it all out on the stage. The dancing's fantastic. The vocals are great. The audience engagement, everything about this performance is just awesome. And I wrote here, again, because I seem to have an obsession with bridges, I still, to this day, love the bridge of this song.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember my Best of Crystal K review that I did like years and years ago?
Mm-hmm.
That was like an hour long.
Yeah.
That the first song on that compilation, It's a To-This compilation, was this song. And I remember that was the first time I ever sang in a video because I just loved that bridge so much that I had to sing it the exact same way that she sang it, even though I sounded absolutely terrible because I didn't have my hearing aids in at the time. So yeah, that's a little bit of nostalgia for me. I just remember, singing that bridge in that video, and like I still love the bridge whenever I listen to the song. That Hayoki Oshita Asa Ame no Yoru Ame no Yo Imosugu Aetai to Komaraseta no Kodomo datta yo ne Watashi ga anata ni ageru mono ga. And then she goes into that really high note, which I just love. Ana no kanai, yeah. Like that. I just love it so much.
Oh, you're so good at memorizing the words.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to her discography front to back. I know each of the songs like the back of my hand. So BW is saying Boyfriend Part 2 is the first song I've heard from her back in 2004. Interesting. That's a great song to start with if you're going to start. And it's probably one of the best songs that you could start with, not named Motherland. So that's really good. The original, he says, they say, I should say, was a very 90s R&B ballad style. Yes. Absolutely. And have I ever heard the English version of Boyfriend Part 2? Yes.
Mm.
On the Natural world premiere album. Yes.
Mhm.
I own all of her albums, including that one.
Mhm.
So, yes. Instant fan. Yeah. Yes. Same.
Yeah.
Same. Like, I dare anyone to hear Crystal K sing for the first time and
Mhm.
not immediately become obsessed with her.
Mhm.
Like, my God. Yes.
I love that moment too when you hear an artist for the first time. You're like, "Oh my god, who is this? I have to hear everything now."
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So those were all my notes for Boyfriend Part 2.
Okay.
Uh, bridge performance and everything. I went the extra mile for you guys. So,
Yeah.
uh, do you have anything to add or to say about this performance or the song?
Um, I just said her thank you vocals were very wonderful, and it was a really touching part of the show. She really took her time to say thank you, and she got emotional at one point,
Yeah.
and she like knelt down on the floor and was like hiding her face because she was crying a bit. And
Yeah.
um,
I just wanted to give her a hug when that happened.
I know it was so sweet, and I thought the song choice was the perfect way to end the concert.
Hmm.
Since the first song was ex boyfriend.
Yeah.
So.
I honestly didn't even think about that until you just said it. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
she like tied it up.
Yeah. And that was the other thing that I had was it was a great way to end the concert. You said it for me. Echoed.
Hmm.
I agree. Absolutely. So that's the end of this tour, you guys. We got here,
Woo!
like I said, quicker than we thought. So, but we still have some time and some things to
Hmm.
discuss. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now.
Yeah.
Uh, let me pose a question that I don't have in my template here.
Okay.
So, for your first Crystal K concert experience, how was it now that you've experienced it in full? And
Hmm.
will you be seeking out more for concerts?
Yeah, I think I will definitely watch the other one that's up on YouTube.
Oh, by the way, I meant to mention to you. Thank you for speaking of this.
Uh-huh.
I just literally remembered this. I meant to say this when we were chatting earlier before we went live. The Vivid Tour is in stock on HMV Japan.
Oh, shoot.
I think it's if you go to hmv.co.jp,
Hmm.
I think they still have copies of it. So if you
Oh,
want it,
nice. Do you
I would
usually get charged by customs when you order from them?
HMV Japan.
Hmm.
No, not really. Unless I use DHL or FedEx, but I don't. I've never used DHL or FedEx when I order from them.
Okay, I might check it out.
If you use anything under, if you use anything EMS and under as your shipping method, the
Hmm.
chances of you getting charged customs go way down,
Yeah.
way down.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend that you check that out. And they also have some like really rare uh, things that are supposedly out of print as well
Hmm.
that they have listed as in stock. So if you want to check that out, then
Hmm.
anyway, yeah. So you're gonna check out the Color Change tour, right?
Yeah. Um,
I need to rewatch that. So next live,
yeah, why not?
are we doing it? We're doing it. All right.
um,
Speaking this into existence.
yeah, I was very, very impressed. I was super impressed by her vocals and her dancing stamina, and also surprised at a couple parts of like the very sexy
Yeah,
moments.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, overall, really great performance, and I really enjoyed it.
yeah. Next on the template here that I have for my notes,
Hmm.
omissions. Anything that you
Uh,
wanted to hear that you didn't hear.
yeah, so you mentioned Candy already.
Yeah,
I was shocked that wasn't there.
Would you have preferred Candy or Can't Be Stopped? If you had to choose between one or the other, which would you prefer?
I don't know.
It's a hard question. I even have trouble with it.
Yeah. I could go either way, I guess.
Yeah, I think for me it would just depend on whether I was in more of like a pop dance mood.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would want Can't Be Stopped on there. If I'm
Yeah.
in more of like an R&B like dance mood, I should say. I just said move. I don't know why. If I'm in more of like an R&B mood, then I would want Candy to be on there. But it would
Mm-hmm.
totally depend on my mood whenever I listen to the concert
Yeah.
or
Well, I
watch
think
the
she could
concert.
have like taken one of those like random songs off and put both.
Like the ones that I mentioned over and
Over
over.
and over.
What time is it?
Yeah. I don't
Uh,
mind What Time Is It because I find it very catchy. But
yeah, it is catchy, isn't it?
mm-hmm.
I didn't say this when we were talking about it, but I love that Crystal. It's like that, that
Mm-hmm.
kind of part is so cool. It's so fun to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, like there are like 3 different songs that I mentioned in this tour that I could easily
Mm-hmm.
just pick off and replace with something else.
Mm-hmm.
So you meant Candy? Anything else that you wanted to hear?
Yeah. Well, we already went on at length about Eternal Memories.
Yeah, yeah.
And Kira Cooney is one of my favorite songs by her.
I was kind of shocked that wasn't on there.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good addition to this set list.
I was really surprised that the girlfriend performance didn't make the cut as well with
Mm-hmm.
Boa, because
Mm-hmm.
if you look up Crystal K live on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
it shows the performance. You can see it in full. It was recorded,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not on the set list for this, and I'm so annoyed that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went into when I had seen that performance before I had watched the full tour,
Mm-hmm.
before the full tour was even on YouTube or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And funny fact about this whole tour, I've tried to buy this particular performance 6 or 7 times in the last 6 or 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it just has never worked out. And I even got you to look for it in
I have
Japan when you.
looked all over Japan.
I know,
It's
but
nowhere to be found.
I know. I was so like like, oh my god. Let me know if they have it on HMV Japan, and if they do,
Mm-hmm.
and you order it for me, I will pay you back
Okay.
or something. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
But my god, like yes, I need this tour in my life, and not just as like a DVD or a Blu-ray rip or whatever, but like
Mm-hmm.
literally, I need a physical copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, I think that's it for what I would add, maybe.
mm-hmm. And then the last thing that I have on my notes here is Dream Crystal K concert set list.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any like order of songs that you would like to see her do, like in terms of from her debut album to now, you can include any song that you want. Like,
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for this, but I think what we heard on this tour is like halfway there. Like she included a
mm-hmm.
lot of her hits, but then like left out a lot of what we were just talking about. So she included the stuff that we had expected, plus like my favorite song, Motherland is my favorite song by her, which she included, but also like Kira
Yeah,
Cooney.
Motherland's my favorite song of hers, hands down.
Yeah.
It's my favorite song in music history. It means that much to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get emotional again, so we're gonna stop that. But yeah,
yeah. So I would just say like what we were already talking about with that, and then like I guess adding on her hits from Vivid.
mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the Vivid tour, but I mean, if she like just added a couple of those songs on to this like dream tour.
Yeah.
And then if she maybe added like a couple covers in, would be nice.
Yeah. Good.
What about you?
Good set list. I actually had such a difficult time trying to enumerate all of these things that I ended up completely erasing all my notes for a possible like set list, and I just jotted down every single song that I wish she would ever perform, including some of the stuff that's already on this tour. So from her first album, obviously Eternal Memories, that needs to be in full every single time. That it's not is a travesty. We've been through that. I would love her song More Lovin', which is another like kind of like atmospheric kind of song, which is just awesome. Let's Suika de Robo, which I've talked about with you a number of times now. One of my favorites. It's like my favorite song on that album, and I just love it so much. I would love to hear that live. That would be awesome. Rainy Blue Day, which I mentioned last time as well. And Come On Babe. And then from 637, Ex-Boyfriend, which is on this tour already. Girls Night, which is kind of sort of on this tour.
Yeah.
I would like to see a full performance of it. Her song Curious from her second album. I don't know if you know that song. I think I've sent it to you. I don't know.
Don't remember.
That one is really good. And then Lost Child, which is like the bonus track, but it's another really like beautiful song as well. Long, but I would love to hear that. And then Almost 17, Hard to Say, which we got on this tour. Shooting Stardust, which is my favorite song off of the Almost 17 album. I just love that song so much for the same kind of atmospheric reason as a lot of her early material. And then A Song for You is a ballad that I really wish would have been included in here. I think it's a beautiful song. For Real, obviously, all of the major songs, most of which we got, except for Candy on this tour. So Boyfriend Part 2, I Like It, Candy, Can't Be Stopped, Kata Omoi. From Crystal Style, which I think you own, right? By My Darling is another like really great up-tempo song. Kiss, which we got. I'd love to hear her do Tears as well, because they're kind of a package deal to me, ballad-wise. And I would love to hear that as well. And then there's a B-side that she has on that album called Flowers. And I think that is absolutely beautiful. So I would love to hear that. And then Call Me Miss, that song that BW was mentioning, Fly to You, is one I would like to hear. Kirakuni and Koinio Chitara, all yours. Oh, this is one that I could have mentioned during the omission portion. Konani Chikakude.
I saw that one too. I was like, maybe that one, but yeah.
That song is perfection. It is literally perfect. So that, Anatano Soba Day, would have been another really good one. Cherish, which is one of the ballads. And then we also, I put Kito and Need on here, even though we got that in this tour as well. And then Color Change, I wrote Namida no Saki ni. I think would be like a really fun, energetic, maybe concert opener. I wonder if I can't remember if she opens the Color Change tour with Namida no Saki ni or not. I don't remember. It's been a while. But One, which we got on this tour. Help Me Out, Itoshi Hito, I Can't Wait, It's a Crime.
Oh, I love Itoshi Hito as well.
Yeah. From Spin the Music, aka Spin the Flop. After Love First Boyfriend, of course, had to be on here. In terms of like just songs that I would like to see her perform again. There's a really beautiful ballad on Spin the Music called I Pray, which is one of the few songs prior to the Vivid album that she actually wrote herself. And so I would love to hear her do that live. And then the song Flash as well, which is also on her Flash EP. Basically, that's another thing about Spin the Music. They basically took the Flash EP and put a bunch of new songs on top of it and called it an album. So, and then Vivid, like you said, I've obviously, she does all of these songs in the tour. Don't worry. If you ever buy the tour or see the tour, you'll see her do all of these songs. But from Vivid, I would love to hear Forever, Be Mine, Take It Outside, Come Back to Me, Superman, Fly High, and Delicious Snack Can You'll Be, or Delicious Friday. From Shine, Nando Demo, especially if she's doing a Christmas performance. Yes.
That was actually a question I was going to ask you, if she's going to like put out a Christmas compilation album, because she has a couple on iSing, and then she's done a number of them already.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. That could be an easy thing for her to do, just to put it out, right? Because I cannot deal. It's so painful to deal with the 3-year wait between albums for Crystal.
Yeah.
It is so painful. So Nando Demo, I would love Kimi ga Itakara. I still love that song after 5 years. Even though I think you didn't like the song as much because you had heard it so many times, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. But you were not the biggest fan of the song, if I remember your review correctly.
Yeah.
And then Revolution, which I'm glad that she and Namie got to perform that once together before Namie retired. But I still would really love to hear it just generally. And then
just Crystal performing it. Yeah.
That could be very interesting. And then from For You, I Just Want to Fly, my favorite song on that album. Summer Fever, another really great kind of energetic kind of song. Can't Stop Me, again, another great energetic song. Kind of generic considering the message. It's not say Can't Stop Me. Yeah, we get it. You're unstoppable and you're amazing and you are a queen. Yes. And then her cover of Forever Young, which is just beautiful. I would love to hear that. And then from I Sing, basically everything that I mentioned as a favorite track of mine, I would love to hear her perform at some point. And then other songs, obviously Motherland is to be included on any set list ever. Non-negotiable, sorry. But also, like you said, other covers of different songs, like the Deep River cover that she did. If she does that live again, I would love that. Human Nature by Michael Jackson, Say the Word by Namie. A lot of the stuff that we were talking about is kind of our preferred track list for the iSing album in our last live stream. I would love if she did.
Yeah.
So that is everything that I wish she would perform. I'm sorry that I couldn't chronologize that into a set list for you guys, but it would be 60 tracks long. So
longest concert ever.
Yeah, longest concert ever. There's a couple of notes, comments here that I want to get to before we maybe end the stream. Unholy Triforce says, I love hearing you both sing the lyrics because you both know and love the song so much. Aw, thank you.
I only sang one part.
And then he says, Motherland is epic. Yes. And then BW says, looking at the HMV website makes me nostalgic for when I used to go buy physical music. Having something tangible to go along with it is a lost experience. Yes. Yeah. Unholy Triforce again says, I still don't know all of Crystal K's work, but Motherland is definitely my favorite of all that I have heard. Taste. I taught you well, my friend. I taught you well. BW says, getting J-pop off eBay back in the day felt like some secret treasure the rest of the world was oblivious to. I still buy like
We
95%.
still do it, yeah.
I still buy 95% of my J-pop on eBay, and the guy that I use, I actually gave the link to his store to Emily. So
Yeah, that's where I've been
maybe
getting about half of my albums as well.
yeah, and the other half from CD Japan because of the affiliate links and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Unholy Triforce says, I feel that way too. I've actually gotten a few treasures recently from eBay for a lot cheaper than they should have been, yet they're in perfect condition. Yeah, Unholy Triforce was DMing me on Instagram recently about how he got the Bohemian Summer Tour, I think it was,
Oh, wow.
and how it was really cheap and all of that. And
Nice.
then BW says, I would have loved Any Time or Telepathy. Both really good tracks, absolutely. Anatano Sobade, great picks. And so many great songs. Yes. Crystal's got like so many great songs, and it burns me to absolute hell and back that she does not get the recognition. I'm so annoyed at Japan. Like once they let Vivid flop and sell like 5,000 copies, I was like, oh no. Like, no. Why,
So,
Japan? Why?
did she write more of her own songs on Vivid?
Yes.
Okay.
Either co-wrote most of them, and then she wrote Haru Arashi on her own.
Okay. And that's a really good track, too.
It is, yes. I'm making a mega playlist after this stream. I already have one. I will give it to Emily to include in the description section after this goes up on YouTube. So yeah, I will have that in the description section for you guys. I have a how long is the actual thing? Because there's some long ass songs on that playlist that I made. I don't even know. Let's see here. I'm gonna open my Spotify. This is Crystal K playlist. It is a 4-hour and 17-minute playlist of all my favorite or all of her hits from her first album to For You, and then Motherland is at the end of the playlist because it's not on any album except the CK5 album, but that's a best album, and I was just going chronologically through her discography, her studio albums. So yeah, that's all there, and then I will be adding all the stuff from I Sing as well eventually, so I'll get even longer. But yeah, I'll give the link to Emily to put into the description section.
Sure.
And is there anything further that you want to say to all of our lovely, beautiful, amazing viewers?
Yeah, actually. So just to change topic for a minute, because I know a lot of you do come here for the Utada news. So we actually just got some new promo photos today, and we got the Pink Blood release date. So we got 2 new photos of Utada, and the release date for the Pink Blood digital single is June 2nd. And I would not be surprised if she dropped the video on the same day.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. And also, you guys, so in our time zone at, I think is it 8 a.m., Utada is doing another Hikaru Paisen Q&A session on her Instagram Live. So I will be watching that. And if there's anything of note in that live session or any more news that comes out, I will be making a Utada news video.
Yay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
We are so close to an album. I can feel it.
I know.
I'm like, I don't understand the rollout strategy for this because obviously anything that she releases is going to be send everyone into a frenzy, obviously. But to wait this long between the release of Time and announcing an album, yeah.
Yeah, I think this, it has been a pretty long time, but I think the same thing happened with Phantom, maybe.
No, because
It was a shorter release period.
yeah, because remember we got Manatsu and Hanataba like pretty simultaneously, and then we got the album, I think, right?
She put out a Michi before the album.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
And that might have been it, actually. And then we got like Tomodachi the day it came out or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe like COVID has kind of like thrown delays in there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's very possible. Very possible in this day and age. I cannot wait until we are done with this whole situation.
I know, it's so annoying.
Unholy Triforce in the chat is saying, yeah, the This Is Crystal K playlist was my crash course fantastic playlist. Thank you. Yeah, I sent that to him. I sent that to him. So
okay.
And then nice, gotta keep up with my girl Hickey. Yes. No better person to do that than Emily. And then yeah, I was telling Matthew earlier that I always ended up hearing about Hickey's new releases from you, Emily. Even though I follow Hickey and her staff on Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah, I have notifications set for her and her staff's Twitter, so I see them pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. uBlog does too. Holy. Yeah. Anyway, anything further that you would like to talk about or discuss? Or?
No, I think that was it as far as news goes. I just want to ask you if you expect Crystal will tour this cover album.
God. Tough question. It depends on a lot of different factors. Obviously, how Japan is doing with the COVID situation. It depends if it's going to be. I could see her maybe doing like she does the Crystal Cafe tours, which are like the acoustic tours that she does. I could see her doing something similar for this album, but I don't know if it will be like a full stage production. I don't even know if that would be wise at this point, but yeah, if she does, I will be very happy, but I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah. Well, I guess we may as well wrap up.
Yeah. I mean, we're both writers, but we're not writing up anything right now. So.
Yeah, that is usually the sign for me to log off when I start just like slurring my sentences together. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I certainly did, and I hope you did too, Matthew.
I did, of course. Is that a real, legitimate, serious question? I was saying to Unholy Triforce on Instagram before the stream, this whole thing basically gave me an excuse to talk about my favorite artist for hours. Not that I need an excuse for that, because biggest Crystal K fan on the planet, but yeah, it definitely adds to the fun of doing this.
Yeah.
If you can do it with someone else and just kind of bounce back and forth and all of that. So it's much better than me just going live on my phone and saying, oh, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to share that with you. I really like when we notice the same things about the performances and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we kept this mostly on time, mostly under time in terms of the actual
I'm shocked.
thing. I know. I thought we were gonna pass 4 hours again. Honestly,
Hmm.
I thought for sure because I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, okay, these are so long, and
Yeah.
I didn't know how long yours were, and I'm like, oh God.
No, I kept mine short. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. BW is saying she should build her fan base in New Zealand so she can perform live. I don't know if that's referring to Crystal or Hickey. Either or, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh,
Hmm.
like, we've already discussed if she comes to Toronto. Oh my good lord, I'm getting meet and greet tickets. We are going together. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Unholy Triforce in the chat. Thank you both so much for this live stream. It was wonderful. Aw, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah. Purin says, I loved it. And
Yeah, you're
BW
still here,
says,
Baron.
yeah. BW says, always look forward to these good vibes. Aw,
That's
thank you.
awesome. Thank you guys for
Well,
your support. It really means the
thank you.
world to me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Especially since I don't get to, because my technology is still failing me. Yay!
Hmm.
I don't get very many opportunities these days to do videos like I used to. So any chance that we can do this, and obviously we already have our next live plan because we're both going to be watching the Color Change tour.
Yeah.
We'll probably space that out a little bit more.
Hmm.
Maybe in a couple months we'll do that. I don't know. It depends on your schedule and mine, obviously.
Yeah. I'm really, really curious about the Vivid tour now as well.
Go make an order off of HMV Japan, include it, done. And then we can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although my credit card balance, I checked yesterday, did hurt me inside a lot, but
Oh God, I can't even imagine. I was like, mine before I paid it off this morning was like, yeah, no, it
Mhm.
hurt.
Mhm.
It hurt. It's like I'm so glad I got the album and everything, but like I forgot how expensive it was if you weren't buying things off of eBay, and it
Yeah.
hurt.
It just the customs is rolling the dice because I got charged, what was it, like $41?
$48, I think you
40.
said.
It's just like double, it almost doubles the cost. It's like,
Hmm. Like,
thanks.
and that was the thing too that I noticed was the I Sing album was like 2,700 yen.
Hmm.
By the time that shipping, not including customs, uh, was added to the equation, that doubled to over 5,000 yen.
Hmm.
And then customs on top of that were like $21. So, like,
Hmm.
it was painful.
Yeah.
So painful.
Ugh. Yeah. But anyway, so I hope you guys are doing well, and we will see you next time. Thank you for coming out, Matthew, and putting so much work into the notes and sharing those with me too. So
Of
we had like a
course, of
template
course.
to work off. And congratulations on your 90% trivia score.
Thank you.
Did you notice when you DM'd me today, you're like, oh, I have my notes and I have my trivia. I was like, what do you mean trivia?
I did not pick up on that. I
Yeah.
thought you were like almost kind of mad at me because it's like that could be something that would add more time to the stream, and we were already expecting it to go much longer than it ended up being.
No, it just freaked me out because I was like, is he going to give me trivia? And I was already planning the trivia for you. But yeah, it was a good time. And
Absolutely, always is with you.
thanks. And I will see you guys on Twitter and in the next video, whatever it may be.
Yep, looking forward to that.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Click done.